What's good, yo? What's good? Your boy Mike Sid, Ya Clout Podcast. Special episode for y'all on a Monday afternoon. I got my right hand with me by the ways of the West Coast. Cold
What up? What up?
motherfucking chilling in the house, man. And we talking about a controversial figure, a pulverizing figure in hip hop. Talking about the mighty Ja Rule by the
That's
ways of
right.
Queens, New York, bro. Now we can do every episode with an artist we never talked about before we break down how we got into them. So for me, shit, it had to be The Natural, the Mike Geronimo album, Time to Build with DMX, Jay-Z, and Ja. Unc played that tape like crazy. I got the cassette later on. And then it'd be years later, 1998. I don't know what came first. I got these at the same fucking time. It was like fall 98. The Belly soundtrack and Hard Knock Life with Can I Get Her? With Jay-Z.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a Ja Rule solo joint, but Jay
Right.
took it and featured him on it. And then my favorite Ja Rule song of all time is on Belly, Story to Tell. I got a story to tell, bro. So that's my first time. And then Veni Vidi Vici came out. It was a fucking smash. We'll get in that later, but I love Holla Holla. That's a perfect single. And I was a Ja Rule fan. I'm not going to lie. In 03, when 50 put pressure on niggas, I was siding with Unit, but I still was fucking with Rule. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there you have it. That's my introduction to Ja.
The first time I heard Ja was on the Mike Geronimo, but I was more hardcore West Coast, so like it didn't stand out to me until Hard Knock Life. Hard Knock Life album. And he was on the Can I Get a with Jay, and he stood out big time. Like, don't get me wrong, I think Jay had the better verse, but Ja just came in, wrecked it. It was, and when I heard that, I'm like, who is this guy? It didn't even dawn on me. Like, I've heard him before, and he goes on tour. Veni Vidi Vici comes out. He goes on tour with Jay, and I saw him in concert. I was at the Hard Knock Life.
Oh shit!
Tour.
Yeah, you told me that.
Pops took me. I was in junior high when that came out. And I remember my pops took me. I saw DMX, I saw Ja, I saw Jay, I saw everybody else that was involved with all that. DJ Clue, Redman, Method Man, I believe was there. And it was fire. And that's when I got into Ja. And then, Veni Vidi Vici, we'll get in on it. Now, when the whole beef, we'll get in the beef. I'll talk about that when we get into it.
Yeah, around Blood and Blood Hour, we'll talk about that shit. Yeah. So, yeah, man. Gotta get a lot of shit off my chest. I think Rick as well. But I want to say this. This episode is dedicated to my nigga Hector Carbello. RIP, my second best friend ever. He's a fucking huge Ja fan. Nigga going the hallway, it's murder. Throwing that shit up. Now, he rocked with the unit, but he was all about Murder Inc. Straight the fuck up. And we would rap that shit together, like Dial M for Murder. And that's me and you do that shit together. So it kind of reminds me of him, So
Fire.
RIP, my nigga. Love you, my nigga. So had to say that. And let's get into it.
Let's do it.
1999, the summer of 1999, I believe, man. Veni Vidi Vici, bro. Yo. Ja was shaping up to be up there with Jay-Z and DMX.
Oh, yeah.
Irv had him going. Leo fucked with him. Kevin Lyles fucked with him. And he delivered on this album. This is my favorite Ja Rule album. You know what I'm saying? Like I said earlier, Story to Tell is also in here. Like it's on the Belly soundtrack. But just hard shit. The production is crazy. Eric Sermon came correct. DMX and Jay-Z came correct. Memphis Bleak, all the features. Black Child and Cadillac Tom, like these dudes are dope together, man. It's fire. It's 5 mics for me. I don't give a flying fuck. And top 3 songs, I got Story to Tell, Race Against Time. I fucking love that
Hell
shit.
Yeah.
And the third track, probably that World's Most Dangerous. It just bangs so hard. So yeah, Veni Vidi Vici. Get that BMG Direct, Even on the niggas back in the day. It's a classic to me, Rick. I fucking love this album.
I remember the summer it came out. I remember riding my bicycle to the local, it was called Warehouse Records, Warehouse Music. And that's when I got it. That day it came out. School was already out, so it was summertime. And Instant is a fucking classic. There's not one bad song on here. Not one bad song. Not. There's nothing that fucks it up at all. Not one bad feature. All 20 tracks, minus the skits and everything like that. He came out with a banger. And Jay-Z had already made a name for himself by this time. DMX was already making a name for himself by this time. Yep. And Jaw, I mean, he didn't have big like 50 eventually in the future had big ass cosigns. I mean, Jay was big, but he wasn't Jay we know now. Yeah. DMX was big, but DMX wasn't, the movie star and everything by that time yet. So for him, I mean, at the time, the biggest one was Eric Sermon, Ronald Isley. I was like, damn, this dude got some OGs on here, plus some new cats. The way it starts off, we hear now, Black Child, we hear now, nigga. And oh my god, it's a monster fucking track. Yeah. What a way to set off the out. That's a top 10 album opener for me. And top 3 tracks, I'd have to go It's Murder, because DMX.
Oh my god,
he fucking murdered it. Jay murdered it and it was so crazy because they all have a different type of flow. DMX is aggressive, loud, aggressive. Jay is more that calm gangster kickback, and then Jaw came aggressive too on here, and it blended so well. And all 3 of them. If you were to tell me Jaw had the best verse, not even gonna argue it. Jay had the best verse. Whoever, there's no wrong answer on that one. That's where they all 3 equally fucking killed it. So I would have to go It's Murder, Daddy's Little Baby, because my daughter. That reminds me of my daughter and everything. That ain't nobody else was really making tracks like that. He did that before M did, making tracks for his daughter and everything. So come on now. And then We Hear Now, because again, that's one of my favorite album openers of all time. And what's dope was Jordan he brought Black Child and Cadillac Talk up in it. When he could probably went and got some more Def Jam artists, somebody else out there. But he, Murder Inc. kept it in house for the most part on here, man. So 5 mics by far, hands 5 mics. And I would say this all day: his major label debut is better than 50's major label debut all day. Damn. He didn't have no gay shit like 21 Questions. No, this shit was fire. There's not one bad.
I told this to Unc. I'm a bigger 50 fan, but all 50's girl songs are fucking trash.
Yeah.
Half of Ja Rule's bitch songs are fire.
They're fire. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
We'll get into that in the next albums, but yeah.
I mean, we put it down for this one. I fucking love
it. By far, 5 mics. Yeah.
Like I said, that story itself is so dark. His brother got murdered up north by Mieta. That's just fucking fire, bro. So 2000, he does the Murderers album, which is another 5 mic classic.
Right there, yeah.
And then the Double XL, before that, the Double XL cover. Oh, yeah, that right there.
Fucking shit is fire.
So violent.
Shadow, man. That shit was. We'll talk about these afterwards, man.
Yeah, insane. Yeah. The Double XL cover was amazing.
Yes.
Jay-Z and X on it. I thought that album was going to come out.
With the bat, the chain.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That would have been the most epic album cover ever, too, if they would have used that as an album cover.
And had it been released, one of the greatest albums of all time.
I promise you it would have been that great. Irv Gotti, maybe Swiss Beats,
Good Swiss Beats?
Yeah, mixed with, they would have probably had a little bit of beats from everybody. And these 3 monster cats going at it, oh, my God.
Oof. Look at Murdergram. Look at It's Murder. Come on, bro.
It's Murder. It's Murdergram. They've never had a bad song together, all 3 of them.
Never.
It was just egos, man.
By the time 2000 comes, the second record, Rule 336, man. Watching that amazing Murder Inc. documentary. Irv goes to turn the album in, the Def Jam, and Leo Cohen said it's the softest album he ever heard, and all that shit. But Irv fucking fought it. He said, "Fuck you. We ain't changing shit. The album's a masterpiece," and Leo liked what he said, so he put it out. And off the jump, a little more commercial, but he still got those street heaters on here.
There was a lot of street. There was more street shit on here than the love shit.
Facts. And like I love Between Me and You. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Put It On Me's fire too. Like we lived that era.
Right.
We had bitches dancing on us to that shit at dances and shit. So it holds a special place. And 6 Feet Underground, that shit knocks, bro. Love that song. I listened to this morning. That It's Your Life with Shade Shice, bro. That shit is fire. Fucking West Coast shit right there. That shit banging.
On the production. Oh my god, that shit is fire.
So good. If I had to pick 3 tracks on here, 6 Feet Underground, It's Your Life, and that Die with Black Child and Cadillac. They got that shit fire. I fuck with Rule 336 Heavy. I give it 4.5 mics.
I mean, can't argue with that. It came out. Now the commercial songs, they weren't Holla Holla. They weren't It's Murda. No. They were a little softer. Yes, he was catering towards the pop charts. He was doing something nobody else was. When Jay-Z's doing Big Pimpin', DMX is over here doing his gangster shit. Ja, went a different route, man. And I thought that was dope. He thought outside the box, but he kept it ruggish. Drake is cool, but Drake ain't hard. You could tell. Like, he's just a soft dude. Ja was, you could tell, all right, gangster shit, but, he ain't gay. Speaking to the bitches, man. Like, ain't nothing wrong with speaking to the bitches. Like, come on, And so, yes, he had Between Me and You, Put It On Me, and you can say I Cry. 3 soft songs. The rest of the shit was hard. The rest of the shit was street shit. And Leo from Def Jam, what the fuck did he know? Like, the fucking documentary showed you kept going into debt. First of all, Russell Simmons, you almost lost it back in the early 90s. Warren G had to come save your fucking ass with just one song. And then you guys start losing it again. Irv Gotti saves your fucking ass. Like, you didn't even want to sign DMX. Like, you motherfuckers don't know shit about hip hop, man. And like, he's hard, man. Like,
it's so corny.
He's annoying as fuck. Like, he talked like he's some gangster puffing on a cigar.
We kept it for the streets.
Yeah, you watch Suge Knight too much, man. Like, shut the fuck up. So, but this one, Gotti was right. This was a monster.
Yes.
I love I Cry, because that was one of the realest songs ever. Really, when it comes to the relationship, when your homie, either gets locked up or passes away, like that's some life lesson shit. It was smooth, and ain't nobody was singing on the track like Ja was, with his voice. I mean, the only one who did it before him was Heavy D, I would say.
Yeah, Heavy did that
like
shit.
That. But if I had to pick top 3 tracks, It's Your Life. Shade Shice was big at that time. He had him and DeMizza was doing their thing. Him and DeMizza was doing their thing. So it's Your Life. I'd have to put Die and Love Me, Hate Me is another one I love.
Love Me, yeah, hate me. Fire.
The only complaint I had with it, I just thought the cover could be better, but whatever. But it is what it is. But this shit was hard. And certain people who started talking shit about it later on, I still remember them in school. Like, no, you had this in your backpack. Quit fucking lying. Like, you bumped this shit too. Everybody bumped this shit. Everybody.
No one was complaining back then until
they weren't. They was playing it until fucking 50 came out. That's it.
That's a fact, bro. That's a super fact. So, next album, we go to 2001. He's already up there with Jay-Z and DMX. Veni Vidi Vici. Jesus Christ. Pain is Love. Pain is Love. 01.
Yeah.
Classic album. Dial In for Murder out the gate. Like, that shit. Favorite song on the whole fucking album. I fucking love that shit.
Great opener. Oh,
so good. Oh my god. 229 at 76.
Get off my dick, niggas. I'm born a future follow. Oh, I know that whole fucking song.
To the second verse, that's probably my favorite, though.
Just want problems? Come on, I'm the nigga to give them. Niggas don't want another rule. They know how hard I'm hitting. Oh, that's just fire.
Got 2 bitches on coast. We don't fuck erratically. Shit, fucking. That's just hard as fuck, bro. And Living It Up is a fucking banger. I don't give a fuck, dog.
I don't care if you had a wedding, a barbecue, you play that song just makes you feel good.
Yeah,
That
feel
was a
good
dope
shit.
song. It made you feel good.
I like Always on Time, and I
Always
like
on
Down
Time
Ass
is fire.
Bitch. I don't give a fuck. Worldwide Gangster, Fire. That Smoking and Riding got the West Coast feel to it. I love that song.
And see, but Down Ass Bitch, it had females thinking, yeah, I'm a down ass. Like they embraced being called bitch at that time.
Yeah.
I'm not a bitch. I'm a down ass bitch. I used to know so many girls who used to say that
Right.
in high school. I'm a down ass bitch. Like that shit. He made it cool. He made it cool when women's at the time hated calling bitches. Not when this came out. They wanted to be a down ass bitch.
One of my Puerto Rican homies, Bryant, he used to do the beat to that shit in the lunch table. That fire, bro. Love that shit. Lost Little Girl, Fire, So Much Pain, that covering the Pain Pac song.
Man, and that's
Pain
my
is
favorite
Love.
Pac song.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Pain is my favorite Pac song. And I remember when I heard it was on here, I was skeptical because that's my favorite Pac song. That's near and dear to me. And he didn't fuck it up. It was hard. I wish he would have had the second Pac verse on there, but it was all good. He didn't change the beat. You know, whoever was on the hook on here, I don't know who it was on the hook. They did their thing because I know it wasn't the original. But it was hard. And then the way they never take me alive, like the way he brought Pac in,
echoing and shit.
And he brings out that the aggressive verse on there. And it was hard. And big ups to Suge Knight for not charging Murder Inc. for that. He gave it to him. He let them do it, you know. And I guarantee that had people hating because people couldn't get a Pac verse, a sample, or anything like that. Suge wasn't letting that, but he let Ja do that. And that was the closest you could get to CD of that song because it was never on CD. It was only on the cassette of Above the Rim.
Facts.
So that shit was hard, but this to me is a 4-micer right here. It's a 4-mic.
I got 4 mics. I got 4 mics too. Only one song I don't like on here. One song. That's it. That's I'm Real. Never liked it.
I actually thought it was fire. You know the Rick James sample in there. I loved it. I thought it was cool.
Loved it?
I loved it. It was cool because it was another summertime anthem, and every fucking girl was out there dancing to that shit.
Well, I can't blame it then.
I think his name was J-Lo, man. What's your top 3 off it?
Top 3, I got fucking Dial for Murder, hands down. Then I would say that Smoking and Riding because it's just West Coast gangster shit type of feel to it. Yeah. And then the third track is Living It Up. I don't give a fuck, man. That's my shit right there.
Shit, my top 3 would be So Much Pain, Dial for Murder, and I'd have to go with The Ink. I love that track. I love that beat.
Oh, that's fire.
It was fire.
I think Caddy and Black is on there.
Yep.
Yeah. Boom. And I'm so glad that we got this cover. That other one I don't like.
I didn't like the other cover. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I don't care for the other cover. This one was my favorite right here.
It makes sense from the title. I like it.
Exactly.
All right, then the 50 beat actually started in 1999, and that's another thing. Like 50 fought this nigga 50. I mean, Ja fought the nigga 50, man. Right. Him and Black chased him, beat him with a fucking crutch and everything. So how was he pussy? I never got that either.
That's again okay. So we're gonna cover that
a little bit because
chasing him through the hotel, chasing him through the hotel, going in there and then Black Child stabbing him up. Where 50, it looked like you lost more battles than anything. You probably won the popular vote on the mic, but as far as like person, meeting up face to face and fighting in the streets and everything, you the pussy. I won't say. I mean, if you ran, you ran. Yeah, you a little bitch. But the whole studio fight and everything, they came looking for your ass. Like, hey,
that's it,
pussy. And like Irv said, he got a Napoleon complex. He's tiny, but he thinks he's up here and everything, But big ups to Ja for holding his own. Holding his own. We know 50 ain't no, skinny dude, but I just don't get it. Where's Ja pussy? Because he made some songs for the bitches? And if we backtrack to here, again, there's not many always on time, down ass bitch. That's probably the softest shit on him. And you know what? I won't even say Down Ass Bitch was soft. That shit wasn't soft. Him and Charlie Baltimore did their thing. Always on time. Yeah, call it what it is. But the bitches love that one. The
I don't
bitches,
give a fuck.
everybody love that shit.
That ecstasy with Missy and Tweet. I fucking
Yeah.
love that song. It's fly shit.
This shit's fire too, because he really was on that ecstasy.
Yeah, he was. And Irv too.
Yes, his song selling the most was the softer ones, but if you listen to the album, that's how you knew all these people weren't really listening to shit. Like, no, that shit was hard, man.
It was, bro. And like I said, the Beef of 50's coming. 50's album ain't out yet. He's doing the mixtapes.
Yeah.
In 2002, Last Temptation. Bro.
I love it.
Thug Lovin'.
Fucking hell. Oh,
Bobby
yeah.
Brown.
Bobby
I
Brown.
fucking love that song. Love it. You know, Lloyd Banks said, "Jaw, you put a fucking crackhead on your single," but fire, bro. I love that song. Always did. I'll be honest, I don't like Mesmerize. Too cheesy for me.
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah.
Probably the wackest song on here. It's probably, put it at the bottom. It'd be at the bottom. Yeah.
But pop niggas. Fire.
That beat is fire.
That Pledge remix, I can play that all fucking day.
You know what? And that was, for me, I'm like, I'm a Jay fan. I'm like, Nas just went with Murder Inc. Like, fuck, Rockefeller, you got a problem. Like, fuck.
If Nas's Murder Inc. album came out, flames.
I would, you know what? Nas, you still owe us an album produced by Irv Gotti, man. Just do an EP produced. Let's see what Irv Gotti, I'm sure he could still produce some bangers right now.
This is still mad at Godson era Nas, bro.
Right. This is prior to Godson, wasn't it?
Yeah, Godson late 02. This is like, no, same time. Same time frame. This is still November 02.
He was announcing it, I stood alone, but now it's murder. I was like, fuck, man. That shit. And then Jaw takes shots at people like DMX on that song. Chink ass dog, get at me, dog. And I was like, oh man, here we go, man. And the Tupac sample again, Suge Knight approved that, at the end of it. And that's why Jaw shouts him out. He's like, what up, Suge? And everything.
Yeah. The Murder Reigns, love that.
That's one of my favorite Jaw songs of all time, Murder Reigns. The video was fire because they're redoing it wasn't Usual Suspects. It was one movie. Anyways, but that video was fire on the
Murder Me. That connected with Eastwood and Crooked Eye, that West Coast shit.
And Crooked Eye, it was a young Crooked Eye.
Yeah.
It wasn't more of it. I mean, he was lyrical, but he was on his gangster shit at that time, man. Because he was the only one with a row. Him, Eastwood, their Death Row Records at the time.
Yeah, I fuck with this album for sure, bro.
Last Temptation was another fun track. I love that shit. Him and Charlie Baltimore did their thing. The Warning. For me, Destiny, that outro, I thought that shit was fire.
Fuck yeah.
He was like, y'all know better. I put holes in your letter. Re-knit your sweater, and you better come at me proper. Oh, that shit was fire.
Yeah, re-knit your sweater.
He knew he was spitting. That was really much insinuating 50 Cent. And, that's how they ended the Mesmerize video, like that little corny grease shit. And then Irv Gotti shows up like, hey, we need you, John. Then that's when he fucking went into the Destiny outro in there. This one, I'd give it a solid 4, man. I'd give it a solid
4. Top 3 for me. I got that Thug Lovin'. I don't give a fuck. That's my joint. I got Pop Niggas, and then I got that Pledge remix. I fucking love that song.
Top 3, my number 1 would be Murder Reigns, Pledge remix, and then Connected. Because, hey, I don't care what anybody says. People on the West Coast was bumping that shit because Crooked Eye was coming up quick at the time, man.
See what I mean, Rick? We got 15 niggas in here, they're all quiet. Secret job fans, nigga.
I know y'all played that album. Come on now.
And then we go to 03, and the beef is heavy, bro. I'll be honest. I'm more of a Gina fan this time. I got all the mixtapes.
Yeah.
Just Beg for Mercy's out, I believe so, or not about to come out around this time. Gives it that Trying's out. I'm a Gina fan. And I still got this. Blood on My Eye. 2003. Out the gate, just, he had Hussein Fatal, man, because he was rolling with rap a lot, and they didn't like 50 either. Jay Prince didn't fuck with him.
And if anybody could speak and rap for Pac, it's Hussein Fatal. That's it. That's Hussein Fatal.
And Hussein kills shit lyrically on here.
Yes. That's the closest to Pac. He could rep Pac more than Snoop, than Suge. That was his boy. So if Hussein's rolling with you, I'd say 9 times out of 10, Pac probably would have been with your ass too.
Facts. Then the crown with Sizzler, that shit is crack.
Yeah.
Things gonna change with Black Child and Young Merc, Dio Cannon. I don't know what those dudes are.
In the unit hit
Claim,
fuck Dre Marshall and Eminem.
That's hard. And he did an amazing sequel to my second favorite Ja Rule song of all time.
Race Against Time.
I love that. I'll put a hole in your fit it. Put it like the DJs and spin it. That shit was fucking hard, bro. Only negative about this, I don't like Shadow 720. Those dudes are kind of whack to me.
Oh, that's my joint though. The ink is back.
Yeah, look, they're not good. Black Child, of course.
Black Child, the ink is back. The ink is back. Yeah.
I like that song. I don't like those rappers. I'll be honest. I just keep it 1,000. But everything else, like Hussein Fatal, fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Black Child, of course, fire. You know. And then they get on the fucking Mobb Deep, the learning beat.
And then he calls out DMX. Baby, you gonna give it to me? No, I'm gonna give it to you. And then he went out and bust the rhymes. Oh, I was like, man.
Flames.
This album, so the only thing I didn't like, I felt like it was too late. It was too late.
Facts.
Like 50 already put his flag in the ground. He won over the pop chart or the white kids. He won over all these motherfuckers. And that's, he won over the radios. And it was too fucking late. It should have came out as a mixtape, not an official album. I do love the intro because he sampled the Paid in Full movie. You know, that I did love the intro. The live clap back, to this day, I still think that's fire. I love playing that shit super loud. Things gonna change.
Oh, yeah.
He fucking came at it. I love at the end, he's like, 50 Cent, is that what we're talking about? 2 punk ass quarters. Like that shit was fire. The ink is back again. Like I said, I thought that was a dope posse cut. And okay, my bad. I prefer this over a lot of the G Unit disses. Again, when it came, I was a 50 Cent fan. I was a G Unit fan, but I could bump both. And at that time, I still had y'all winning. Everybody just went with 50 because the In the Club shit. Yes, that's and the Wanks is one of the dumbest fucking songs I've ever heard in my life. I hated it back then. I hate it now. I think the beat is annoying. You know, lyrically, it was a dope song, but the beat is just annoying as fuck.
When I was a kid, I loved it. Teenager, I loved it. When I was a teenager, I fucking loved it. Now I don't like it.
You know, Get Rich or Die Trying, it was a monster album. Now, has it aged well? To me, no, it hasn't. It does have hits on there. I'll never take it away from that. But it has some corny, annoying shit on there. I still think Ja was the winner. You know, in my books, he was holding his own. Motherfuckers just went with 50 because he had the white boy and he had Dr. Dre. Even out here in the West Coast, because he had Dr. Dre. That's it. The West Coast is never going to go against Dre. That's never going to fucking happen. So if you have Dre on your team, yeah, you know, you're going to win over the whole California. But I would say a good 4 mics on here. I just wish it didn't come out so late.
Yeah. I agree with everything you said, brother. One complaint, those are the 2 rappers. So I give it a 4 mics, and my top 3 songs are Race Against Time 2, hands fucking down. The Life is banging. And I got the Blood in My Eye with Hussein. That's just crazy.
Yeah. Top 3 songs, I'm going to have to go with Clap Back, The Ink is Back, and I'd have to go with The Life, man. The way that
The Life.
That beat is just what up, good? You know, it's Public Enemy #1, and he just fucking came in.
Facts. And the beef's so heavy. In 2004, he drops Jesus Christ, one of my favorite Ja albums. Period. I fucking love this album.
I'm with you.
The RULE.
Yes.
Man. New York with Fat Joe and Jadakiss. That was fucking crack rocks. They had no need to get dissed. This is when I was siding with Ja. Right. It was starting to piss me off because he went at. I love Jadakiss so much,
Right.
and he dissed Jay to diss Joe. I was a big Joe
He
fan.
dissed Nas. He went at, he dissed like,
Yeah,
what the fuck is your problem? But
he was Nas
Game
more.
does it for clout though, I guess, but not 50, right, y'all?
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I
it's so
mean? Fuck
fucking
out of here.
corny, And like again, wonderful. What a smash with R. Kelly and Ashanti. Love that song. Caught Up with Lloyd, I dog. One of the best job bitch songs ever. I
Yeah.
love Caught Up so much. My favorite song on here, hands down, that motherfucking Gun Talk with Black Child.
There you go. Yes.
And around this time, the shit with Irv Gotti and his brother happened. You know what I'm saying? And John's kind of bragging about it, like Murder Inc., the catch Asian drug dealers. It's just
they was
fucking
rolling with
hard.
Supreme, man.
Yeah.
Like,
and you got Irv talking shit at the end.
What's
Fuck
that?
yeah. You got Irv talking shit at the end, like Murder Inc., nigga, and all that. Oh, fire, bro. I love that gun talk. And then About My Business with Ty and Black, dog. Flames. Last of the Mohicans, fire.
Yeah, that's fire. Last of the Mohicans to me.
This is a 4.5 mic album, and my top 3 songs are that fucking gun talk is stupid retarded. I love it. Caught Up with Lloyd, and I got that About My Business, crazy fire. I fucking love this album.
So
straight up,
when this one came out, I'm glad Ja went back to being Ja. Because Blood in My Eye, it was strictly focused on the beef. I'm glad he went back to being Ja, make some hits. I kid you not. New York was a good song. I hated it because I'm like, fuck, yo, that's a good anthem. Like, nah, California, we need a new one, yo. But I was bumping the shit out of it. Like, Fat Joe. And again, I don't like Jada's solo shit, but when he's on Posse Cuts, when he's on, Jada fucking murked it on there, and they said you deserved it when you died with your eyes open. Like, oh man, fucking Fat Joe, he almost got in a fight with Roy Jones because of that shit.
Even Roy Jones was forced to lean back. Yeah.
Roy Jones stepped up to him. He's like, even Roy Jones was forced to lean back. And then he, I must have found Pun's rhyme book. Like, and I hate when people say that about Joe. Don't act like Joe Crack never had bars. He's always had bars since before Pun came out. Come on.
93.
Give the man his respect. So this was there's some gangster shit. There's some good love shit. It was more grown gangster shit, And so my top 3, I got to go with Wonderful is probably my favorite song on here. Last of the Mohicans and Gun Talk. I love Gun Talk. Shit was fire. Probably the most underrated Ja album. I would say 5 mics. There's not one song I don't like on here. He even had Claudette Ortiz. She was popping up with City High. Like, the shit was fire. But again, the battle took a toll on Murder Inc. And I think that's what affected this, because had 50 and them never came out, the shit would have been up there and everybody would have still been talking about this one.
It's one of his best albums.
It is. It's a 5 micer. I love it. You can flip the coin, Vinny Vidi Vici in this one, and I'll run with it. I mean, right now, like I said, Vinny Vidi Vici is my favorite, but there might be days I say, nah, this shit probably takes the cake, because it was some grown shit. I loved it.
That's what I said. Like, Ja brought grimy street shit on every fucking album up to that point.
Right. The album fits this image right here. The suit, the cigar, the album fits that fucking image. That, like I said, it was on some grown shit. But
Mobile 81 was popping, my nigga.
Everybody rather bump 50 Cent shit. What's happening?
Yeah, man. Just finished watching the first episode of Raising Kanan, the season 2. So just finished watching that. So
last night's episode was dope. Yeah,
I'll watch that tonight.
I'm watching real. She's getting real.
But yeah, Ja Rule, man. I mean, like, I know, he's always like the butt of all jokes, but on side of things, when it comes to like hits and classics and all that, despite the commercial stuff he does, the work that he's put in for this game, like you can't deny it. You know what I mean? So Ja Rule's that dude. So we're doing by album, we're doing breakdowns, obviously, right?
Yeah.
So Vinny Vidi Vici, I mean, I'm gonna have to go with Rick. That's my favorite album from him, and I just love how dark that album is. Like to me, it's like reminiscent of like DMX's first two albums, like production wise. Like it's just like with those two albums, Veni Vidi Vici, it reminds me of Belly. It's just how dark that movie is. It's had
Fuck
that
yeah.
overall vibe, man. My the top three songs for me from that album would have to be E-Dub and Ja. Love that song. Um,
Yeah, hell yeah.
yeah, that him and Eric Sermon, I love Eric Sermon's beats from the '90s. Like his shit in the '90s is phenomenal. It's Murder, obviously, you know what I mean. And Sorry to Tell. So those are the top three songs for that album.
Fucking story to tell, my
Love that.
nigga.
Overall dope album. Holla Holla, you can't go wrong with that. Kill 'Em All with Jay. I mean, the overall vibe of that Race Against Time. I mean,
Oh my,
so ahead of his time when production wise, and I feel like people don't give Irv Gotti his props when it comes to production
that's a fact.
Yo.
because they just see him the hothead of the crew. It's like, but it's like nah, man. Like what his mental, his brain is thinking, is what got people to be successful. You know what I mean? Is this was Chris Black and Tom Murder had some soul joints, but that's a whole different topic. Then we're gonna go into the second album, Rule 336. To me, I think was Ja Rule's breakthrough album, in my personal opinion. I mean, with songs like "Put It On Me," "Between Me and You," but my favorite songs on that album is "Love Me, Hate Me," which I feel like should have been a single. In my personal opinion, love that joint.
Yeah.
6 Feet Underground, love that joint.
Oh god.
And then would have to go with "Watching Me." Those are the three songs that I fuck with. This is just I go with, man. Overall, another dope album. Again, it's what got me introduced to Ja Rule, in 2000, because my cousin had the album. He had the braids at the time, and
Yeah.
like all the girls loved him, that kind of thing. So definitely one of my favorite albums from him. Then we're gonna go with Pain Is Love. At first I was kind of about it, but then going back to it, it's actually not a bad album. It definitely it's like Dial M for Murder was dope. Living It Up with Case, fucking love that song.
We talked about that. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Worldwide Gangster was pretty dope. Uh, and So Much Pain with Tupac, and I love that song because like I've always felt like that album was like that version is like darker than the original, just based on the bass line of it. It just sounds so sinister. And then like I like how they use the Tupac sample, like him rapping and shit like that. So I thought that was pretty cool. Last Temptation, it was okay. It wasn't my favorite, but it definitely got some decent joints like Pop was pretty cool. The Pledge remix with Tupac using the what's that song? So Many Tears sample.
Yep.
Murder Me was pretty good. The Warning, it got some joints, but it's not my favorite from him.
You name
But
more than
it got,
half the album.
huh?
You name more than half the album.
Yeah,
That album's
no,
brilliant.
only made 4 songs, but like I said, it's not my favorite. It's not my go-to though, compared to the first couple of albums.
Okay.
But anyways, so and then we go to Blood on My Eye, which again, like you just said, like he dedicated the whole album just in the whole unit crew. I mean, you got songs like Clap Back, um, Race Against Time too. That's my shit. Love that. That's my favorite song on the album.
Same.
The Ink is Back was pretty cool. Niggas and Bitches. That was another dope joint. And then, he uses the It's Murder, he freestyled over that. So I mean, you can't go wrong with that. And then we're to RELE, right?
Yep.
Yeah, REL. Yeah. Very, very dope album. Very underrated in my opinion.
Yes.
Very underrated. I mean, you got New York, New York. The only gripe I have with that song is that everybody, every hood, every city was trying to make their own version of that. I was like,
I remember that.
no.
Even here.
Yo, dude, it was like no, just stick with the original. Man.
I never heard nobody out here in Cali do it, but I remember I heard some rapper from Texas. We're from Texas. I was like, get the fuck out of here. And I'm so glad I never heard no Cali motherfuckers remake that because that would have been corny as fuck.
Yeah, it was beyond corny, brother. But yeah, you got
there hasn't been a bigger New York anthem since then, though. And prior to that one, what would you call a New York anthem prior to that?
I would say "Welcome to New York City," "Ill Bomb" by LL Cool J. To me,
Yeah, it was nowhere near this level though.
I mean, yeah, of course, but it stayed in New York. That's the difference, though. You know, it stick with
Right.
New York. Whereas New York with Ja Rule, because of the beef and the anticipation with him and 50, yeah, it's gonna have a bigger scale. So yeah, so I do agree
Oh,
with you
Empire
on that.
State of Mind. Yeah, Graffiti, you're right. That probably surpassed it.
Oh God, no, that's fuck that song.
No,
I hate that song.
I hate that
And
song. Yeah, yeah, no, I'm good on
I
that.
like
you just
some
don't like
blueprints. Right?
Jay. You just don't like Jay, bro.
I don't like this song. It's just whack.
Number one on the charts. Hey.
That don't mean shit to me. But anyways, getting back to this album,
Sorry.
The Last of the Mohicans, I like that joint. New York. Ariel Ali is my favorite song of the album.
Look at that.
Are you
Look at that. Ja Rule just shared our shit.
Word.
Yo,
shit.
look
Murder,
at that.
nigga.
Big up to Ja, yo.
Queens get the money. Queens get the
Murder.
money.
It's murder,
Big
nigga.
up to Ja.
It's murder. Yeah, love that.
Yo,
man.
that's for fucking Hector right there, bro.
Yeah, look at
Murder
that.
all day,
Big up to
nigga.
Ja, man.
Popping, nigga.
Yeah, man. But yeah, overall dope out. Gun Talk was pretty dope. You know what I mean? But about my
I'm mad
business.
happy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But yeah, man. Overall, I felt like it was a very underrated album. And yeah, it's dope. Dope album.
Fuck yeah. Should go dumb hard.
Next
Mhm.
up,
Yeah, tell me about Pain is Love, Rick. Pain is Love 2.
Pill 2 right here. Pill 2, Pain is Love 2. I fucking love this album. I really legit love this album. People were like, that ain't Ja. Well, first of all, this is like damn near, 15 years after he fucking came out. It's a different Ja. Real Life Fantasy, thought it was fucking dope. The Bohemian Rhapsody sample, him calling out Lloyd for doing songs with G Unit, he was talking about Ashanti, Vita, Black Child, everybody. He mentions everybody on the fucking track, which was dope. Irv Gotti didn't do much producing on here. He was an executive producer. Never Had Time was another dope track. Superstar Black Vodka was some. Black Vodka would have been dope on this one. They had that kind of vibe. What's it called? Pray for the Day. That was a dope track because he kept it real over everything he was going through, because then he went up and did his Fed time. He did a year in the Feds, tax evasion and all that shit. So that was like the last track he recorded before turning himself in to do his prison time. So a lot of people slept on it because I know it didn't sell for shit. But to me, I really highly enjoy this one. It's a really mature Ja Rule. Not even so much love songs other than Black Vodka. Everything else is just more about life.
The Mirror, the 07 album that got shelved. I never heard that. Is that good?
Yeah, it was dope. It was gonna be a double disc. I mean, I think you could find it on YouTube. I had it on a mixtape, like a slim case somewhere around here.
Yeah.
But he had a song with Lil Wayne that. Yeah, it was.
I don't like this.
I didn't care for it, but there was other tracks on there. Like that was supposed to be his comeback album, but it kept getting shelved.
Yeah. But I don't give a fuck. Ja's one of my favorite MCs of all time. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
We got time. We could show love to these compilations.
Oh hell yeah, let's go.
It's compilations, man. Like
I left my shit in the room, but
all good. I got them right here, brother.
Fire.
This one, I put this over Rough Riders any day. Any day. Huh?
Memory wise, I got Rough Riders because I went on a field trip with that album with my nigga Ray and all that. But that's a better album.
I put this over the Rough Rider. What about you, Steven?
No, overall, yeah, I agree. Yeah. I just like the overall darkness of the album. It's real gritty. I love the fact that, again, it is a mixture of the first two albums, production-wise, darkness-wise. It's like a continuation of Veni Vici, in my personal opinion.
Pretty much what it was. There was no love shit on here. This was strictly
what I like.
Streets.
I like
even
about
DMX had a solo track on here. That shit was fire on
Tales
here.
From the Dark Side. Tales From the Dark Side with the Halloween.
Tales From the Dark Side. Yeah.
Yeah.
And How Many Wanna Die? That's another top 5 Jaws song for me. It was from the Light It Up soundtrack.
Yeah, I was
here. Vita had her solo shit. A lot of bitches was bumping that Vita song, man.
Vita.
Vita, yeah, that shit was fire. Then you had the Holla remix with Jay-Z, Black Child, and
Busta.
you know,
Yeah.
Busta, Memphis Bleak was on that one. Like this shit was fire. Everybody act like I know it didn't sell because it had no commercial value at all. It was grimy as fuck, and
There were
that's
like
why
two videos for it. They only had two videos. We don't give a fuck in Vita. That was
I
like
remember the Vita and then How Many Want to Die. Like those are the only two I remember.
The opening track on Black Child. I'm a nigga that broke as hell. Got out of jail. It's just grimy shit, bro.
Then after that, this is the next compilation.
That Down For You.
You can't tell me that beat ain't fire, man.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Gangstafied.
That was a dope opener. Gangstafied, Ja Rule, Chink Santana. They fucking murk. And I love the cover. I see what they're trying to do. You can tell they're inspired by the Death Row cover, you know, the vibe shit that Death Row did. But you had It's Murder. No one does it better. OG, you know, Black Child on the OG one. The Rain was fire. One Hearse, Two Suburbans. I thought that was gangster. This is a fire album that a lot of people slept on. And then just to top it off, Irv Gotti had to do his because everybody else was doing theirs.
The remixes.
The remix. But I love how he kicked it off because he was like, mocking Diddy. We invented the remix. We created the remix. And then he's like, motherfucker, we stole that shit. And I was like, damn. And this had the Pledge remix. Ashanti, you know, when she did the Mary remix by Scarface, it was dope. They threw Scarface on here. That shit was dope, you know. Powerless with Cadillac Tall, that remix was gangster. Cadillac Tall, that was supposed to be one of his singles, like Unfoolish, you know, and they throw in Biggie and everything on there, like this shit. And me and my boyfriend with Tony Braxton, you know, Tony Braxton had a solo song on here. That shit was fire because she was supposed to sign with Murder Inc. too.
And it's a great segue into this little small clip I wanted to play.
Yeah.
Black Child and Cadillac Top was have an album called The Black Tie Affair. Imagine if that happened.
Fucking amazing name for an album.
I know.
That's an amazing fucking name. A play on their you know, rap names, plus that's just fire.
This is so dope.
Where's the mother? This is smack DVD, nigga. You know how they do it, nigga. They smack the shit out of you faggot ass niggas. So holla. It's the rule. You got, you know, my whole the Ink Gang, nigga. You know, Hood Stock, Palm City, Black Child, Cadillac. They about to come, you know, with the Black Tie Affair and shit. It's an album that they gonna do together. It's gonna be real crazy. So, you know, I'm on that too with them niggas. They on my new album. So, you know, there's a lot coming. Charlie about to come. You know what I mean?
And it never came.
Never came. And I guarantee it exists out there. I guarantee Herb probably got it. You know, because I get what Def Jam and Herb, I get what Def Jam was doing. I mean, you got to go where the money's at. Ashanti came out. Nobody was bigger than Ashanti at the time. I don't care. Not Beyonce, not nobody. Nobody was on Ashanti's level. And then you had Lloyd, which Southside, I was bumping that this morning. The way it starts off like a Bronx Tale, like, oh my God. That shit was banging.
That Hey Young Girl or some shit.
Yeah, the Slick Rick sample was dope, man. That shit, that was a banging ass album.
And I fuck with that first Ashanti album. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Production and everything, Ashanti wrecked that shit.
You got a bad bitch with you when your teenage years bumping that shit. It's a rap, my nigga.
Yup. And there was, you know, some gangster shit on there. You got Jaw, you got everybody, you know. It was a Murder Inc. production, you know, and like people got Jaw was dope. Now, Steven, were you living in New York at the time when all this shit was happening?
As far as
the beef and everything.
So I living in New York up until 2002. So yeah, you know what I mean.
I'm wondering how it was out there. Was people in Queens really siding with 50 that strong? Or did y'all have some of the streets, you know? Because I've seen that out here in Cali where the streets will be bumping this, though the pop charts and MTV and everything going with this. Like, nah, it's not even like that.
So to answer your question, Rick, it was a little bit of both, but a lot of people was siding with 50 because of the hype and all that stuff too. Because before 50, it was Team Job. Like everybody was all about Ja. And it's funny too because when the beef started, that's when I started to appreciate Ja Rule. Because before that, I didn't really like Ja Rule because of the commercial stuff until I heard Rule 336. And then I heard like the album cuts like Watching Me Die, 6 Feet Underground. Like, oh shit, this nigga's kind of nice. Like he's not as bad as I thought. And then, and then niggas was bumping like It Always on Time, which I don't like. And just bumping that shit. But it's just what pisses me off is that those same cats that got on me for not liking Ja Rule's. Don't be flip flopping. Like nigga, you a Ja fan, and you have what happens is you have people they deny they were Ja Rule fans. Like nah, nigga, like you a Ja fan. I remember you got on me for not liking all. Nah, but I liked both. But to answer your question, it was about 50 by the time he dropped with the mixtapes and all that shit. You know what I mean? Ja Rule was kind of like a pop. Go ahead.
What is it like now? I'm sure 50 don't get that same love no more.
No. I mean, because the only people think I mean, I haven't been in New York in like 4 years, but like just like everybody else, like 50, like he gets respect, but it's like not for the music. It's like mostly more for like the shows, like Power, the movies, and all that stuff. So, but as far as the music, I don't think niggas really check for him like that.
If you go discography, like album for album, Ja's bodying 50 as far as pieces of work. I'm gonna put Veni Vidi Vici over Get Rich or Die Trying. Now I will put Massacre over Gold 336, but then everything after that, Ja wins it hands down. I don't think 50 had another album better than Ja.
You gotta add his mixtapes to help 50 win, and you can't do that. And
yeah, but the mix. I think to me, of course, the mixtapes are gonna be more street edge, but you got to put Curtis against, Pain Is Love. And then what came after Curtis? What was the one after this? Self-Destruct over Last Temptation? Like, I'd put his commercial shit to the commercial shit.
And like I said, man, Ja's commercial shit's way better than 50's girl shit.
Big time.
Oh, for sure. But I'm in the minority though. I prefer 50's later work, like Curtis and Before I Self-Destruct. My personal opinion. I mean, yeah, they're not as lyrically.
Massacre's amazing.
I love Massacre. That's the only 50 Cent album I really fuck with. Massacre.
Yeah,
I don't really fuck with
Curtis got some joints. Before Self-Destruct got some joints, but I agree as far as like sales and impact. Yeah, Ja Rule's gonna win that all day because by that time people got tired of 50's antics. You know what I mean? Like, okay,
yeah, if they was to do a versus, Ja would have fucked him up so fast.
Ja don't get the credit he deserves, and I fucking don't like him.
You don't. And like the same people talking shit about the game, like, oh, you dissing Eminem for clout. 50 Cent's whole career is based off shit like that.
Rob.
His whole fucking career is based on clout chasing. That's 50's MO. He does it still on Instagram. His whole fucking Instagram is just about talking shit. That's all he's been about. That's it.
So yeah, man.
There it is.
Ja Rule.
Looking at your guys' questions. Ja Rule, I Cry, or DMX Slipping?
Slipping.
Yeah, I have to be slipping on that one. Murder, Cuban Link, Ja Rule, or 50 Cent, Nas, Who You Rep With?
Who You Rep With? That shit crazy.
Oh, Who You Rep With? Yeah. That's Queens Get the Money type of vibe right there.
Mm-hmm.
Method Man, All I Need, or Ja Rule, Put It On Me?
I
prefer Put It On Me.
Wow.
If I'm going original track for original track, now if I'm going to go with the remix, after Diddy got his hands on that All I Need, then I'm going to go with that one. But if I'm going with what was on Takao, then I'm going with Ja Rule's Put It On Me.
All right, that's fair enough. I'm going Razor Shop remix.
Now if you throw the remix in there, it's a whole different story.
I actually like the original, but that's just me though. The original,
the one on Takao?
Yeah, that's just dope.
I'll be honest. The version with Mary J, I'm done. Fucking hate that.
Fire. I can't remember the last time I played the original, man. Last time I played Takao was probably a couple years ago, but that's probably it. But the one with Mary J, fire.
Yeah.
I like it, but I'm burnt the fuck out on it, to be honest with you.
Fire. I'm enjoying this Murder Inc. docu-series. I need to watch episode 3. I still haven't watched episode 3.
Oh, it's fantastic.
I've been too busy with army training and shit, but I enjoyed the first 2 episodes big time. Like, damn, Irv Gotti does not get the props he deserves.
You know, I wish Cash Money Click dropped an album. That would have been dope, man.
Likewise, it was fire.
That Get the Fortune shit, I fucking love that shit. Like, love the video for it.
Black and white shit.
Whew, that shit. When he shout out to his hood 205 Wood Hall Hollis Ave, yeah, love that. I love when niggas do that.
Cohen's like, I want the little guy.
Yeah.
He said, Chris Black and who's that the nigga? Is it Nemesis?
Oh yeah, 01. Nemesis.
01.
01.
Yeah, 01. Yeah,
you got signed to Murder Inc.
Yep.
Chris Black got locked up, so he's on all the skits going. What up, John?
Yeah. But big ups to John for, still putting his people on there, man. Like,
did that album leak, Steve?
What?
The Cash Money Click? Because does it exist? Does any songs exist?
I mean, I'm pretty sure they got albums. Yeah, just a single. And there's one song. There's a couple of songs from that album that's supposed to, like, they have a song I think called "She Swallowed It," some shit like that. They have a Jay-Z. I forgot the name of it. You can find it on YouTube, but
I'm sure there's an album out there. I'm sure it's locked in.
Yeah, there has to be.
Shout out to this
I'm
dude.
pretty sure that's never gonna come out.
God, his greatest hits was dope. He had a couple new joints on there. The Exodus album, that was a dope one. That was a dope little compilation. And I'm glad to see Murder Inc. now. It seems like they're getting more love again now. Since the beef. So it looks like everybody's past the beef and now realizing that Ja was actually that dude.
Yeah, as a 36-year-old man, like I like them both the same than 50 and Ja, And those street records that Murder Inc. had is pure classic.
Yeah, nobody was fucking with that shit.
Black Child and Cadillac Tar are so fucking good.
Yeah, that Pop City anthem, that shit was so big in New York. Bro.
Fucking flame.
Everywhere.
Video was hot too.
Yeah.
Two-tone do-rag shit right there.
Yep. Black and white shit.
Big ups to Cadillac Tar for sharing my shit too, man. Big ups to Cadillac Tar.
Cadillac Tar, niggas murder all day.
They would have. I think if they would have dropped Cadillac Tar and Black Child, if they would have dropped them, they would have held on a little bit longer than what they did.
Oh yeah.
Every fucking booklet in here.
I'm gonna put Black Child over Banks. I'm gonna put definitely gonna put Cadillac Tar over Tony Yayo. Like,
yeah.
I'm gonna put Vita and Ashanti over Olivia. Like, they had a better roster. They just weren't dropping their shit.
They're too street.
And that might have been Def Jam's fault, I mean, that might have been on Def Jam. Maybe not so much Irv Gotti. It would have probably been Def Jam's shit.
Queen Flip interviewed Cadillac Tar and he said he blames himself for it. I'm like, dog, don't blame yourself. Blame Irv. Because Irv is too focused on Ashanti, bro.
Irv was in love with that bitch. And I think he was hypnotized by Ashanti,
Lord got put up before Black Child and Cadillac Tar, man.
I don't know if you could blame Irv Gotti. I think that anybody else would have made the same decision. Am I gonna blaze this girl or drop their albums? I don't know, man. It's Ashanti.
Irv is fucking hilarious. She's like, when I bought her home, her ass was looking nice in those sweatpants. I grabbed the ass and I kissed her. That's in episode 3.
That's the shit I'm seeing online. People are so mad. I'm like, come on, y'all know Ashanti loved it at the time. Get the fuck out of here.
Facts. Now she hating on Irv. Fuck out of here.
Everybody hating.
Irv don't get. I love Irv Gotti. He don't get credit either. Like we just said earlier.
Fat Joe, man.
They're hating on Fat Joe right now too for saying Latinos help create hip hop, which Fat Joe ain't lying.
It's true, nigga.
I hate like motherfucker non-hip hop heads are like, nah, it's a black thing only. No, motherfucker.
Nigga, watch Wild Style. Watch fucking all them old movies.
Watch Beach Street. Watch all that shit. But you know, hey, Fat Boys, Prince Marky D,
Facts.
Latino, DMC, he's half Latino.
He's Dominican.
Yeah.
You know,
Dominican
like,
MC, that's what it stands for.
You know, I was
Hey,
like,
and Rick, you know, it's funny you said that too, because Prince Marky D, you know, he was very big in the R&B scene with, you know, Mary J. Blige, like that whole sound, that was him. You know what I mean?
Right.
He don't get credit for that.
So, my opinion, we're in this together.
And we come out to the West Coast, okay, yeah, we got Ice-T, NWA, King T, these motherfuckers who were coming up. Kid Frost still was right. Kid Frost dropped singles before some of these cats, you know, in 1983 with Terminator, you know. So it was a corny fucking song, you know. It was more that, you know, Egyptian lover type shit. It's more Egyptian lover type, you know, breakdancing shit. Not my style, but Latinos. I'm not gonna say they paved the way for hip hop, whoever said that, but they contributed. They contributed to it.
I beg to differ. I think that it's all shit together.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all I grew up with was blacks and Puerto Rican dudes.
That's why I say they contributed. They both did it together. It was one hand here, and they mashed it, came together.
Yo,
in the Bronx, hip hop formed in the Bronx, and we all know how that is out there.
And what's crazy, shout out to Cormega, because I was watching his interview yesterday on allhiphop.com. He says some real Jigsaw asked Cormega, yo, what you think went wrong with hip hop? And I agree with him 100% when he said when outside influences started coming into the game. If you kind of figure it out. And I agree, because you know, once you start getting these corporations and all that, you're just messing up the game. Like right now, yeah, it's more money, but it gets more serious, and then the creative control gets out the window, and then that's when it's all like all fun games are over. So I definitely agree on that.
But they bring in Fat Joe that smoke right now, but they didn't do it when Busta Rhymes said it last week. Busta Rhymes said it on stage that, you know.
Yeah, Fat Joe right now, he's a butt of jokes right now, unfortunately. You know, it's because of the whole Ashanti thing. It's like, that was 2 weeks ago. Like, come on, get over it, guys. Like, you know. H for the Blacks.
Dude. I pre-ordered his book. I can't wait to read his book, man. Fat Joe, that dude. And it's about time he wrote a fucking book. I can't wait.
So crack the dawn.
Yeah.
Cocksucker.
You know, Fat Joe, he's a winner. Every decade he has a monster hit. Come on.
No, he's come a long way. You can't hit on that, man. Where he came from before to now, I give him his props, definitely.
And he's still in the fucking game dropping hits.
Yeah.
Hip hop today isn't real. It used to be. It's evolved. I won't say it's not real. There's some good ones out there.
I love hip hop to this. I think it's overrated to say hip hop is like whack. I love hip hop right now. Maybe not mainstream, but
there's some dope mainstream artists. I listen to some of them, not all of them. I can't get into all of them, but hey, what y'all think of Ho's verse?
I'm hearing all these great things about it.
You haven't heard it?
No, I haven't heard it.
I didn't hear it.
It's on a Khaled album. I don't give a fuck about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I can't tell you what else is on the Khaled album, but I did listen to this song, and Ho 80 bars without stopping. 80 bars, 4 minutes and some change without stopping. And he's on some gangster shit.
It's like the whole song. Sheesh.
Yo, it makes you forget that Rick Ross and Lil Wayne was on the song. By the time you finish Ho's verse, you're like, fuck. There was 2 other guys already on this shit.
Nas is my favorite rapper. If he was on the Khaled, I won't even listen to it. But I'm gonna listen to it.
Just listen to the song. I haven't heard the album. I can't tell you who else is on the album. Me being the Ho fan I am, I had to listen to it. And, you know, Guru, Khaled, it's one of Ho's. Is it a top 10 Ho verse? No, but it's right there. It is damn close.
Damn.
It is damn close. I won't put it in my top 10. It's too soon to say something about that, but it is damn close.
I feel like when people say hip hop is dead, I think that's a bunch of bullshit, because like you got the internet, man. Like it wasn't back then where like we got a whole bunch of avenues. You got social media, you got YouTube, so there's no excuse that people put them damn near whole albums on YouTube. So
yeah,
that's on you for not checking out, new music, man. I mean,
you gotta blame Nas for coining that phrase, though.
I agree. And then
I hated that song too. That song sucked.
Yeah, I hate that song.
That album is garbage too.
And then the Stuck in the 90s, I hated that shit too. He brought that shit up.
I love when he said that.
Yes and no, because then
on Locomotive, this is for my trapped in the 90s niggas.
Right.
He was shouting niggas out. He was
no, for sure. But the thing is that when people use that as a negative too, though. It's like you got people that, I guess I don't know. It was an excuse to, like you said, call people out, but it's like, some people don't like the shit that's out now. And some people like the shit from yesterday. I mean, everybody has a choice, but but Nas and with the Stuck in the 90s and hip hop is dead. Speaking of Nas, it was a big travesty.
What?
Quan. Why didn't he not come out? That nigga was nasty, bro.
Just a moment, Quan.
Just a moment. That's the only thing I can tell you about Quan. And I don't know.
I heard some mixtape shit from him. Oh my god, that nigga was nasty. Way better than Dave East. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking of Dave East, because Dave East is straight trash. Votto, all them niggas.
You think Dave East is trash?
Yeah, he's trash. I don't like that.
I won't say he's trash.
I don't like him that much, but he says some shit that's fire. Like, I had a brick the size of a Dreamcast or something like that shit.
Nas is bad at, because I know he signed Planet Asia, or not Planet
what?
Asia. No, not Planet Asia. Sorry, another dude from Fresno. What's his fucking name? Fashawn. He had Fashawn, and Fashawn is dope.
Boy Meets World. Fucking dope album.
But and he had a dope ass album with Murs. But again, Nas didn't do nothing with him. Nas is one that, just like Eminem, like don't be a label owner. Don't get involved in nobody's career, because you can't manage nobody. I mean, the biggest thing that Nas put out was his garbage brother, and Bravehearts. That was the dumbest shit ever.
The only nigga I ever liked from Bravehearts was a cat named Nate Sean. He was like the only cat that I liked from him.
I can't name anybody but Jungle from Bravehearts, and that's just because it's his brother. But Quick to Back Down was one of the dumbest fucking songs ever.
Oh, I hated that shit. Quick to Back Down.
I got that beat in my head right now. Fucking terrible.
Quick to Back Down.
That shit was retarded. Braveheart, were they on Zone Out? They were on Zone Out, right?
Oh god.
Yeah. One of Nas's dumbest fucking songs ever.
Only wax song on Godson is that.
Yeah.
Godson's a fucking great album.
It's a great album. Would have been a 5-micer if it didn't have that fucking song.
Revolutionary Warfare was fucking crazy, dude.
Rhymes.
Oh my, Alchemist, bro.
Yeah.
Flames.
Jay-Z's verse was the best thing. Again, I'm not gonna listen to the Khaled album. I really don't care. I just like that song.
And King's Disease 1 and 2 and Magic, his second best run.
Bangers.
Phenomenal albums. I had to I gotta give my nigga Nas that credit. Fire, bro.
Bangers.
Speaking of Queens,
I'll be watching him in concert real soon. I got my tickets.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Speaking of Queens, we think about that Mayhem Loren and Derringer album.
Oh,
I haven't listened to it yet.
Oh my god.
Haven't listened to it yet.
Yo, I was just
on that Ty Ferris Fluorescent Mud.
Well, that's his second best album after Gems from the Equinox. My personal opinion.
Ooh. Cause he got a couple, man, that I really, really like, man. Like,
but that Black Vladimir with Derringer is stupid.
Yeah, the Oversized Luggage with El Camino. Oh my, I was listening to that shit today, man. I was working out, doing my cardio, man, playing that shit. I played that shit like 5 times, doing my miles and shit. That's how
El Camino punk though, man. That guy don't ship out shit. I had to fucking file for a refund because of
likewise.
That dude's a piece of shit business wise. El Camino.
Oh, yeah, I heard.
I don't own one album by that guy because how stupid he is with the business side.
I do, but I got it from Get On Down. There you go, nigga.
Yeah. And no, I see it on Get On. I just don't, principles. Like, fuck this fool. That fool's a chump.
But I like his music, I'm not gonna lie.
That fool's a chump. Most of these fucking underground artists, like they suck at business. They do.
And they also suck at
just as bad.
They also suck at keeping that fucking word too.
Yeah.
Whole ass nigga.
Like, fuck that.
Not to mention expensive too. Like, I'm not paying $30 for a CD. I don't care how dope it is. Like,
I'm gonna go to Kanaki, my nigga. if I want a physical.
Yeah, I got you.
Big ups to Mike for those game albums, bro, and the
All day.
That's just fire.
All day. I put my work into it. I want to make it look real.
That's just fire. And they were different on the inside of each game album, too. I respect that. That shit was dope, man.
Yeah. I put no songs missing. Everything's on there.
That's still my album of the year right now.
Likewise.
Anybody says, I don't think anybody dropped anything near as good as Drillmatic. Drillmatic's that shit right now, man. And I just spent a week in Los Angeles. I was out there hearing so many cars bump that shit so loud. That shit was a dope thing to see.
That Voodoo fucking slams the whole album.
I actually met him. He was going to a hotel and I asked for. That's cool.
You like that Marcian Alchemist?
So far, yeah. So
far, I haven't got fully into it.
Amazing.
I did order the CD though. I didn't order the one I wanted because I was 3 hours late, but I got the other CD and I'm like the first half of the album's fire.
Mostly got no whack albums. I bumped that Rosebud Revenge the other day.
I saw you posted that the Rosebud Revenge.
That's my favorite one out of the two.
Mine's is 2, but 1 is fucking flames.
Yo, Pimp's Arrest. Oh my fucking god, that shit.
You wanted a rap for Coolio? Who are you? Who's this? I'm sure Coolio ain't gonna do nothing for your career. I'm sorry.
It takes
Coolio barely. I probably make more money than Coolio right now. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
But Gangsta's Paradise, It Takes a Thief, classic albums. I'm gonna put that out there. Big ups to Coolio.
What's up?
Shout out to Graffiti because everybody and their fucking mother is hating on Game right now. So
that shit's fine. Not one bad song on there. Not one.
Yeah, I put it on Disc 1 and Disc 2 for Rick, and I added violence at the end.
Yeah.
Order myself a copy as well. That shit looks good.
Not one bad song. It is well on its way to be my second favorite Game album. It's
on its way. No, CD then? He doesn't have it on retail?
If he does, it's gonna be nothing's gonna be on there. I guarantee it.
The album's still fucking changing due to samples and guest verse issues. But just like Born to Rap, that one came out like maybe 4 or 5 months after the album dropped. Okay, I speak to Ty Ferris a lot. What he says is the pressing plants are so back the fuck up. You got to put it damn near almost a year in advance now to get your shit. Now, somebody like Game, he was saying that there's certain artists that, of course, are going to get priority. So, Fluorescent Mud, though it doesn't drop on CD till October, late September, he put that order in back in June. Just for CD. For vinyl, he put the order back in June. Vinyl doesn't drop till November. So he's out. He already turned in his next one, which I believe is No Cosign, Just Cocaine Part 5. That's coming. He already sent it to the pressing plants, but it's going to take that long for it to come in.
Never disappoints me. That dude's some of the most illest punchlines I heard in my fucking life.
Who, Ty Ferris?
Ty Ferris, yes. Killer seething heathens letting the 40 cal spit like Cam's intro.
People say the Eminem song. You know what? You're not a hip hop head. That shit's been out for 3-4 weeks already, man. Go listen to it. If you ain't listened to it by now, then just don't. Then I guess. Oppa was removed due to NBA YoungBoy Future. That was stupid to pay that much. That's just fire. But I guess what Game was saying in another interview that he doesn't pay for features, and I guess when he found out that they were giving up money for that, that's when he said it's not going to happen, and that's why it got taken off. Him and Whack 100 were clashing over that because Game said, "I'm not paying for a feature."
Damn,
and that they had to take it off. He's not going to pay. Not one. He said not one person on the album charged. Not even Kanye. Nobody's charged him for.
That's wild. Wow. Yo, Steve, you ever bumped Ty Ferris?
I heard like one song, but I want to get into like his discography. Like, so what?
I'm surprised you ain't got it. You would like him because it is that style you would
like.
I'm
sorry, but like I would tell Mike, there's so many music
there is
to keep up with. You know,
I recommend No Cosign Just Cocaine, all volumes.
Yeah.
If you need them, I got you.
All right.
You know, Room 39, Part 1 and 2 was good.
Fire.
And then the one he did with Water, like the Pistons versus the Bulls album, fire. Dark Knights and Defitteds. That was a dope ass album.
You know what's good chemistry? Ty Ferris and Rome Streets.
They do.
Rome Streets said, me and Ty like little Dice and Benny from City of God. That shit was hard as fuck, bro.
Ty Ferris, like me personally, I don't think anybody gives him competition right now.
Lyrically?
No. Nobody's fucking on his. No. I want to hear a Ty Ferris and a Muggs album. So fucking bad.
Big Ghost, too.
Big Ghost. But Muggs is always doing shit with certain shitty ass artists where I'm like, bro, what is he doing?
I gotta say, Ty Ferris is my 2. Because Rome Streets lyrically blows my fucking wig back.
Yeah.
But
I'm
not mad at that statement, though.
Lyrically, I got Ty Ferris up there. Mav, Pro Dillinger. There's a few others out there, but nobody comes near. On the mic, nobody's fucking with Ty Ferris. And
shit he says.
Out of Detroit, Royce the 5'9" over him. That's just due to career-wise. I don't think, I'm still new to Ty Ferris. Or not new, but he's still new out there. But
you think Ty's better than Elzai?
Who?
Elzai.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah. The Elzai. No, I got the Elzai, the one that he did the Nas one.
Illmatic.
His version of Illmatic. Yeah, I'll put Ty Ferris over him. Yeah.
Illmatic don't have the discography that Ty has. He ain't been up that long. That's fucking crazy,
And Ty Ferris, he's just hungry. So like, Fluorescent Mud was recorded almost 2 years ago.
Really?
Majority of it was. No Cosign, Just Cocaine was recorded last year, Part 5. Like he's that fucking far ahead of the game right now.
Yo, Steve, he got Black Milk on there.
Oh
yeah.
Buck Wild on there.
Black Milk is one of my favorite. Yeah, he's one of my favorite producers out of Detroit. I put Black Milk over Apollo Brown. And I'll say that.
Damn. Really?
Yep. Yeah.
I can't because of OC trophies, my nigga.
That shit is dope in the Rash
Sky Zoo?
Yeah. That
Easy Truth?
Yeah, but Black Milk, man. His drums, though, yo, like his drums, like how hard they hit is just infectious.
Random Acts is underrated.
Oh, for sure.
No one talks about Random. I love that fucking album.
Yeah, when I met Sean P, I think back in 2010, we was talking about the Random Acts, and I think at the time, this is 2010, so I think the random call song was the single, or Monster something. I forgot the single that was out at the time, but he was talking about that, and I asked him about the Mike Tyson, when is that coming? Like, when I'm ready, whenever I'm ready. Like, I can respect that.
Yeah.
And then 2 years later, man, that shit dropped, man. And
it's a classic album.
I need a hard copy of that too, because I know that shit goes for stupid money.
Sean P.
Rest in peace, man.
Rest in peace, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Sean P, man. Matter of fact, let me show y'all.
When Rick got that bat in his hand, I want to go to war with niggas like back in the day.
I just love holding the bat, man. That's why I went to jail when I was 18. I fucked this dude up with the bat, man. I've always been about it.
That's like Jesus Christ Superstar era, right?
Yeah, Monkey Bars.
Monkey Bars. Yeah, I seen that shit. Fire.
Yeah. Shit is fire. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Who's the best modern day producer?
Like this, I got this one in.
Yeah.
Oh, their best album.
Fucking
likewise.
Crazy.
I fucking love that album so much.
Yeah.
Amani, Woody, Brown, Phillip, and some kid Trey. Oh, we're doing the Bizarre Ride Saturday. Me and Ross.
Shit. Dope.
Yeah.
And then, y'all saw the C Murder one I got. That was a dope pickup, man.
Yo, I'm shocked just because there's No Limit. And you know how No Limit with their stuff, it's just their back catalog tends to go for stupid money. So for that's definitely a steal.
And it's in such good shape. Oh man, it's so dope.
That Murder and Daz, fucking crap rock.
I'm gonna bump that today. I haven't played it yet on the on the turntable, but I will.
Flames.
There you
Oh
go,
man,
graffiti. Yeah.
Weekend
So-
Funk.
So
Fire,
stay
bro.
tuned. I got a CD collection coming up. I got like probably like 4 videos worth of CD
Oh
collections.
shit.
So, definitely stay tuned. Like so, this first batch I have in my hand, like over here, is like mostly R&B and dancehall, like reggae. But the second others, like the part 2, 3 is gonna be more hip hop. So definitely stay tuned for that.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
So, I know it's a Jaw episode, but Power, man, Kanan is acting like a little bitch. Like, I don't know who. I was telling my wife last night. I said, I don't know who's pissing me off, him or Tariq, man. Like, God, they pissed me the fuck off. Grow some nuts already, motherfucker.
Nah,
I hate that crown motherfucker. Fuck off.
Tariq to me takes a cake on that, man. Because Tariq is cocky as fuck. You know what I mean?
The fuck you want me to go back? Fuck off.
But Kanan, man, like, all right. So, you know what? This last episode, I won't ruin it for you, Steve.
Yeah,
Well,
you only seen one? This is all you seen?
Yeah, this is the first one.
Oh damn, a lot happens at this last
Yeah.
hey, what they do to famous is cassettes. I was dying.
Oh, damn.
What they did in famous is cassettes. I was dying. And then on episode 2, when God, what's Kanan's uncle's name? The one that's in
Marvin?
Yeah, he's in therapy.
Yeah.
And he's pissing that white guy off. And my wife's like, that's you. That's how you get under people's skin. You know they ain't gonna do shit. You sit there all cocky. You sit there talking shit, and and she's like, that is you. And then she rewinded it and she called my daughter out. And she's like, who's this remind you of? And then she's like, Dad. Like, they ain't gonna do shit.
I love Marv.
Yeah, Marv, he's dope.
He's that dude, man. I think Lou needs a body crown. I hate that nigga, man.
What's that?
I'll be sure, son. That pussy ass.
Oh,
nigga.
yeah, he's annoying. He just
Whack-ass
looks
head.
stupid.
Yeah.
He looks like that faggot Bad Bunny guy. He just looks stupid, man. Graffiti, I'm ignoring you. That shit was hilarious.
Because I know you like that shit.
I know you like that shit, Jared. I'm ignoring you. I was like, fuck. That was like the best scene so far this season.
But you
I'm loving that shit.
I knew cats like him too, like Crown, like the light skinned niggas, we all like nerdy, but then like the girls like him, they feel sorry for him and like he said that a kid.
Yeah.
I'll be sure, son. No, you can't act, bro. You can't act.
Oh, he's terrible.
I'm gonna call him Diddy's son because Diddy's the one who raised him. You can't fucking act.
Now Joey Badass got that 50 syndrome where he's so fucking good.
Joey Badass plays the hell out of that fucking role.
Unique, he kills it, bro.
He plays the hell out of it.
Like he really looks from 91. Like
thank you, my nigga. He does.
He do. Like you would think he was a grown man at that time.
Facts. He rocked the jewels like the 91 niggas.
Yeah, even his pose and shit, the haircut, and just the overall look, yo.
I love Rock. Rock's a baddie, bro.
She's crazy.
Yeah.
She's crazy with it. She got more nuts than the dudes on the fucking show, man.
She's a bad bitch. She's gangsta as fuck, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say nothing because I'll splurt out a big thought that happened. But you'll see.
Rick Gonzalez would have been great as who the fuck is Rick Gonzalez?
Yeah, who's that?
That's that dude from if you guys seen Illegal Tender.
Okay, Puerto Rican cat.
Puerto Rican cat, yeah.
Yeah. From Coach Carter.
Yeah. And he would
have been dope. He would have been dope. He's a good actor.
And he's also a rapper.
Shit, I know who he is.
Yeah, and he's a rapper, Realm Reality.
Really?
I don't know if I listen to his music,
but okay, no. So he was on Sean P's album, on Mike Tyson's album.
Oh damn! I don't know that shit.
Yeah.
He's
not too bad. He's not too bad.
He's a dope actor, though. I give him props when it comes to acting. He's been on some good shit.
Yeah.
He was also on The Get Down, wasn't he? He was on that one too.
Don't remember.
Has anybody watched the Mike Tyson show yet? It looks stupid.
I'm indifferent. There's good parts in this shit that look stupid as fuck.
Because the Wu-Tang show, they fucked up. So.
Oh, I hate that damn show.
Yeah, it's supposed to come out with a new season, I think, next month, right? Something like that.
I probably won't watch it. I didn't watch the second season.
Inspector Deck said a lot of shit did not happen because we be killing each other if it really did.
That's what I'm saying. So Raekwon shoots at Ghostface's house or vice versa, whatever.
When is disabled?
Never be cool after that. I don't give a fuck. You bust at my house, we is never gonna be friends.
And Killer Sin's brother, Power.
Yeah.
Ghostface robs his dad's pawn shop. That never happened.
No.
And if that was again, we would never be friends if that happened. Like what the fuck? Like
the only thing that happened was this. Ray and Ghost said, I don't fuck with them Stapleton niggas. I don't fuck with them Park Hill niggas. That's the only thing that happened. That's it.
They paint the show as if they was really with the function to the extreme. I'm not saying they suckers. I'm not saying that. But I don't think they was to the extreme like that either. Just like Straight Outta Compton. They didn't say Ice Cube was some hardcore gangster. No, he went to the white boys' school. You know, only Eazy-E was really about that fucking life. The rest of them never, and Ren. The rest of them, they grew up around it. And I'm not saying they punks, but they wasn't putting in that work either, like Eazy was. And that's what I respected about Straight Outta Compton. Right. Now, the Ice Cube baseball bat, that really happened.
That really happened.
But no doubt in my mind, he didn't go in there alone. He probably had his bodyguards with him and everything. No doubt in my mind.
He probably had a lynch mob with them.
Yeah, he had his boys
JD's his muscle. JD was his muscle, bro.
Yeah, too. By the way, JD, he came out I think like last year, right?
Good.
Yeah, he's out. He's out.
Dre. It was known Dre did swing on a couple of people, but he wasn't toting guns and all that shit.
Pac wasn't a little good boy recording. He was wilding with Suge.
He was wilding out, yeah.
Wilding out. And then I ain't like how they made MC run like a tag along, like, hey, can I come? Oh, gangster. You're like, what?
I get they didn't. I mean, you only have 2 hours. You can't. And when you say NWA, the average person, nobody's gonna say MC Ren in the first 3,
which is sad.
It is, but even now, let's put them in order. I still can't put MC Ren at the top. It's gonna be Easy, Dre, Cube, Ren, and the
I got Ren over Dre.
Okay, but has he made an impact like Dre did?
Fortunately, no.
Exactly. So, and I think that's why the movie had to go the way it was. He didn't even touch on the impact these other 3 made.
Yeah.
And I'm giving it up to Ren. I love Ren. I think he's dope. But impact wise, he wasn't on that level. You only got 2 hours. Sure. That's why me personally, I wish it would have been an HBO series, like 10 episodes, 1 hour each. That would have given you 10 hours to fuck with.
I'll be honest though, that's one of my favorite biopics ever, and it was a great experience in the theater. And when Steve did his review, he said, "I love this shit." It was so dope, man.
I remember I went to the midnight showing, and it was fucking epic. And when I watched that movie 5 times in theaters,
damn,
and to know that it was #1 in the box office for weeks. That shit was gangster, and it was West Coast to the fullest. That shit was gangster as fuck.
I watched it with my uncle, and it was only 3 people in the theaters: me, him, and some other dude.
Only 3 people in the theater.
3, because I went like 1 o'clock showing.
Oh man, out here that theater was.
You know why? I don't like motherfuckers interrupting my shit, bro.
Yeah, me neither. That's why I usually go to the movies like at 10 a.m. showings. But
yeah, so I went like 1 o'clock.
I had to be at the midnight showing.
I was waiting outside for like a half hour because I wanted to see that shit so bad.
Well, we know Dre wasn't really in the studio with Pac. They only had 2 songs.
Right.
Yeah, he didn't produce much he didn't produce anything. Can't See Me and what? California Love, that was it.
That's it.
Yeah, they weren't really fucking with each other like that.
Yeah, it was all Johnny J by that point.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Johnny J too, by the way.
Absolutely.
Dre that house making beats. Dre only produced 2 albums for Death Row. That's it. And he's Chronic Doggy Style. He didn't take no credit for Dog Food. I think he mastered it. That's probably it. But
he just mixed it.
He mixed and mastered it, but nobody gives him props for or credit.
You know what's such a good fucking song I was playing yesterday? This is off topic a little bit, but it's in that kind of West Coast realm. That KD hitting corners of that Ass Gatra cast. That's so fucking smooth. I was bumping that. Yes, me and Uncle bumping that.
Yeah, I was listening to DJ Quick, man. Quick is the name of that album, man.
Fucking classic.
Tonight, fucking love that
Tonight.
song. Yo, they I would like to see a biopic of DJ Quick because like just his upbringing from the Treetop Pyro, the Red Tape, you know, his MC8, you know what I mean, and then the players, the Pounds Players Click, you know, Second to None, AMG, like that whole his bit with Tim Dog, like, you know, I want to see that, or at least a documentary. You know, and then,
DJ Quick doc would be fucking fire.
Well, there is one on BET is unsung. I think they have a unsung episode.
Yeah, I watched that before. It's good.
Yeah. I don't even think they talked about, you know, the death of his grandkid and whatnot, dude, because that shit was tragic too. How his daughter's husband fucking killed his grandson.
Wow.
Damn.
Shit.
Like they beat the kid, man. He was only like 3-4 years old, if that. They beat him. Yeah, so Quick's been through some shit. And he still drops heat. Like the Rosecrans he did with Problem was fire. That whole album was fire.
Game on that bitch and shit, yeah.
Yo, Quick's that dude, and Quick can. Out of all these West Coast cats, I've seen Dre in concert. I've seen Snoop. Nobody performs like Quick.
You know, all those Death Row albums are probably the best sounding rap albums I heard in my life. But as far as sound quality sounds, Rhythmalism is up there too.
Oh yeah,
that's so crisp.
It's one of the cleanest sounds.
Yeah,
it can sound too.
That too, yeah.
With Safe and Sound, that's my favorite Quick album, Safe and Sound. But Rhythmalism, you know, everything with DeBarge on there was just fire, man. I wish him and DeBarge would have done. You know, him and L would have done a fucking album together.
That Tony song was Quick too.
I was bumping that shit this morning when I was running errands. I was running errands in this shit, man. Oh my god.
Me and Ross did One and Done album Saturday. It's so West Coast heavy. Both of us, you know.
I didn't get to see the list. I have not seen it or anything yet.
You got Caution on there. You got number one was West Side Connection, Bow Down. Both of us. We didn't even know, you know, same. Because Terrorist Threats was okay. Because here's the rules. Only one album or only one good album?
Okay. I was about to say, hold on.
Terrorist Threats ain't that good. Gangsta Nation fire, but other than that,
I've listened to Terrorist. It's okay. It's not as bad as I thought it was when it first came out.
Yeah, I don't like that album.
But it's not a go-to album for sure.
A lot of Darkman was on Ross's list, Heist of the Century. I had Convicts from Rap a Lot. KD, Ross had, just mentioned him. It was a great episode.
I gotta check that out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, where everybody at, man, in the chat?
I know it's job, bro. Feel me?
Chat. Yeah, y'all really act like y'all don't fuck with job. I bet y'all do after this show. What?
Jaru co-signed it. He posted on his page. So yeah, we didn't ask him to do it.
I gotta share that, Rick, on my story when I get a chance. Yeah.
Fucking I was gonna say something right now. I totally just drove blank. Oh, you know what? I gotta air some shit out. I'm tired of motherfuckers when I post something. I was bumping that today. I was bumping that yet. No, you wasn't. I'm tired of motherfuckers. There's one cat out there who says that almost every post I was playing that today. No, you're not playing everything I'm playing. There's no way. The probability of that happening is like impossible.
Yo, Rick, you watching my shows on IG. You know what I play, so you know.
Yeah. I play some shit out the blue. Oh yeah, I was bumping that yesterday. No, you wasn't. And then there's motherfuckers. When I post something, oh yeah, I got that album. Okay, I wasn't asking. Hey, who has this fucking album?
I get that all the time.
You gotta love this one. When you do a video like Steve, Can you review this? No love for what you're talking about at all.
Bro. No lie. I did the House of Pain's third album, The Truth Crush Shall Rise Again.
Yeah.
Album, in my opinion. I love that album. It's my favorite album for them. Yo, I had to delete 2 comments niggas talking about my hair. Yo, you got an afro? I didn't expect that, bro. I'm like, no, fuck you. Like, fuck, like, what is that got to do with the album? I said, talk about the fucking album. There you get some, like.
That's why when I when I talk to me, I don't care how this rapper has his hair. I don't give a fuck how anybody dresses. I'm here for the music.
Paul McCartney asked me, "What's your favorite LL Cool J album?"
That's easy, Mr. Smith.
Mama Should Knock You Out. But Mr. Smith, number 2.
Mr. Smith.
That's hard because for me, there's no more than one album I like from him. Like Mr. Smith is definitely his magnum opus in my personal opinion. That's my favorite album, but 14 Shots to the Dome was just very underrated. People hate on that album for some reason. Mama Should Knock You Out, Bigger and Deffer.
Yeah, fire.
Like top 5, Mr. Smith, 14 Shots, Mama Said Knock Bad, then Mama Said Knock You Out, and GOAT.
GOAT, what the fucking phone got to ring now? What the fuck is this? Some spam shit, nigga? Probably. Let me see what it is.
I think GOAT gets no love.
GOAT's crazy good.
No love, and that album is fire.
Yep, I did a review on GOAT too. Underrated album.
Fire. And nobody talks shit about LL making love songs. Y'all just talk about Ja Rule because you're on 50 Cent's dick, and 50 Cent don't have that many good albums. I'm gonna be real, man.
He doesn't, man.
Yeah. I that Imagine That shit was whack. I'm sorry, by LL Cool J. I hate that fucking song.
Off GOAT?
Yeah, did not like it at all.
I'll be real. I actually love that whole album.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Love that whole album. Even the fucking shit he did with Funk Flex's lame ass. Fuck Funk Flex.
Fuck.
I hate Funk Flex. I can't. He hates the West Coast so much. Fuck Funk Flex. I can't stand that. He hates the West Coast. He hates that we got some good rappers out here. This is why Bow Down and Ice Cube and them said what they said, because there's certain New York people out there that don't want us to have some shine in it.
That's a stupid question.
The main one.
It's a great album. What do you mean? What you fucking think like about it?
What's not to love about?
Start of his commercial shit. It was not the start of his commercial shit.
87, nigga.
Shit. If anything, I would say Walking the Panther was the beginning of that.
And that album sucks dick.
If you really want to be specific, because that big old butt and all them other joints.
That song's funny though. Tina got
it. Like that 2 different worlds, nigga. That shit is garbage. I hate that fucking album.
It got some joints like Nitro.
It has some joints, but it ain't.
Yeah,
it ain't my go-to.
Mama Should Knock You Out is
Fast Peg was cool. That was pretty cool.
Mama Should Knock You Out is his comeback album, though, nigga.
I'm trying to. What else did he have on? I'm the type of guy. That wasn't a bad song. I like that one.
Terrible. I'm that type of guy.
I'm the type of guy.
Trash.
Okay. Well, going back to Cali.
Fire.
Right? That to me that's probably still one of my favorite.
Jingling Baby, fire.
Jingling Baby was fire. Big Ol' Butt, I actually like Big Ol' Butt. I thought that shit was funny.
It's all right. It ain't bad as fucking.
One Shot at Love was a knockoff of I Need Love. We all know that.
I'm the type of guy. Oof.
I would say that's his commercial shit. And then after that,
you know what's sad?
Around the Way Girl and shit. Huh?
I love that album cover though.
Oh, the album cover's sick.
The Panther with the Dookie chain. That shit's hard.
Yeah. Then he came out with Around the Way Girl, Mama Said Knock You Out. That's when he really
got LL episode needs to happen. What's our top 5 LL albums?
I'm down for that.
I'm down for that. I'm down for
that. What up? What's the name of the song that samples I'll Be Sure?
I don't know, G. Go to Who Sample. Go to Who Sample, bro.
Blueprint to LL's career direction. Mm-hmm. LL's that dude though. I don't think anybody wants to see him on the mic.
You know what? You know it's funny because people used to clown LL, but y'all like Drake. See, like Drake is following the shit that Big Daddy Kane and L Cool J was doing in the 80s and 90s.
And Ja Rule, yeah.
So but y'all clown on them niggas, but you like Drake. I don't get that.
I don't get it either.
Beyond me, man. And them niggas is light years ahead of them niggas today.
How y'all feel about him dropping his new album? Who? LL? LL got a new album?
Rick just don't give a fuck. Talks to these niggas. I love it.
I'm pretty sure LL hasn't had a good album in years. Since Go, he hasn't had a good album. Like on 10, he had maybe like 2 good songs.
Did you like Love You Better?
Love You Better. That was a dope track. That was
fire.
What song?
Paradise was a dope track.
Love You Better?
10 Million Stars was dope.
The lounging song with Total is way better than the album one.
Oh yeah.
That's barbecue music.
Yo, whoever said that, you stupid. You stupid. How you gonna say that's when he found his direction? That was like later in his career, man. He was already, come on. That shit was in the 90s. Like, nah.
I Need Love. 87, yeah.
Yeah, I Need Love. Radio, I Need a Beat. Booming System. He already had
Y'all gotta peep the remix of LL Cool J's Illegal Search. Fire.
Word?
Whoo. Fire.
His latest out like Definition or whatever definition. Exit 13 or whatever. That shit was stupid.
They call me Big Elliot. Fuck out of here.
Hey, I actually like that song though.
Really? I hate that fucking song.
The headstrong.
He's doing that with y'all that dancing. He's like this.
Thirsty. I have a man reimburse me. That shit was gangster. That shit was.
Damn, Rick.
That shit. Hey, when you up in the club, I'd rather hear that than some other lame ass. I'd rather hear that than AO Technology by 50 Cent.
That's just terrible. I fucking hate this opinion.
That when I was up in the clubs, that shit was fire.
I get it. If you're in a club with a drink and a bitch, maybe you like it.
That shit is fire. Now, am I gonna sit here and kick it in the room and just no? Well, I'm not gonna
they call me Big Ellen.
I'm not gonna sit here like fuck no. But when I'm in the club, headsprung, that shit hits. There's certain songs where it just depends on the mood.
I was gonna say time and place for everything.
There's certain songs that hit, and then there's certain songs that is like,
I got that ill bomb in my head right now. Man, that shit's crazy. That beat's crazy.
The dirty version, no airplay. Yeah, that shit is dope. I don't know. That's one thing about Def Jam I hated in the 90s, where like they would edit certain songs like no airplay, slipping. Like it's just heavily edited. It's like
I got the slipping single and I put it on the fucking album.
Yes.
Like even Big Pun's Capital Punishment. Why was Still Not a Player?
Guess what? I got the explicit one on there. I deleted it.
But why was that's how it is on my phone. I have the original, not the original, but the non-edited one. Worst censored songs of all time.
Ain't Nothing But a Bitch by Too Short. Oh my fucking god! I cannot listen to that song edited. I had to throw the CD away. Like
I don't listen to edited music.
Neither.
But the thing is, though, because some CDs from the early 90s don't have the parental advisory.
Yeah,
because it doesn't have, you know what I mean? So like, because I had some dude say, "Oh, how could you not know? You should look at the catalog." Well, nigga, like. At the time, like I didn't have Discogs. I wasn't knowledgeable of.
Yeah, and who wants to do all that to buy
a fucking CD? It's these Euro motherfuckers that thinking they know every fucking thing. I'm like, dude, like you don't know. Like I was out in the building while you was in Pampers. Okay,
facts, nigga.
Fuck out of here.
That's annoying.
Pissing me off, man. Like, you should know. How the fuck am I supposed to know that?
The most annoying album is that the two ones I got was Short Dog in the House. I got edited first time.
Yeah.
And then that Walking Like a Panther I got edited before. And that Parental Advisory is on the motherfucking CD.
I bought the only edited album I've ever bought by accident was the No Limit Soldiers compilation, We Can't Be Stopped or whatever. God, that shit was horrible. I was so mad because it has No Limit Soldiers Part 2. Well, Merry motherfucking Chris, and it's edit. I'm like, oh man, why did I do this? I was like, oh, yeah, and I had already opened it, and
yeah, you gotta write that wrong instantly. I hate that shit.
Fucking just as Liquid Swords doesn't have the parental advisory, and that's just dirty. So it's like, you know what I mean? Even some of the early pressings of Wu-Tang Enter the 36 Chambers didn't have that shit, and it was dirty.
Oh, it was this fucking small.
Yeah.
The parental advisory, like all eyes on me, Pac is the smallest parental advisory I've ever seen in my life. That shit is tiny, bro.
So when I was digging the crates of vinyl records, I found American Gangster on vinyl.
Oh shit!
And it said 25. I said, "Fuck yeah!" I wasn't paying attention, and the guy who's running this little table, he was like, "Hey, that's the edited version." I'm like, "You the man, thank you, man," because I probably would have bought it without looking. I said, "Thank you for that."
That's a good dude right there.
Yeah.
I don't have a favorite editors. I don't like edited rap. It fucking sucks.
The only way it would be dope if it was re-recorded and they change the words, then okay, that's different.
Yeah.
But when you just block this song, this words, they don't sound good.
When I was a kid, I used to mark the fuck out because you watch the video of the song, then the album comes out and you get to hear the swear, like, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
It's a lot of that shit.
The Watcher with Corrupt. Corrupt wasn't on The Watcher.
Does it even exist?
Corrupt and The Watcher. You talking about Drake 2001 Watcher?
Go.
Corrupt ain't on that. He ain't even on Part 2.
Nope.
Cameron dead or alive? Man, big ups to Cameron. He's been in the interviews lately. He said he had the Izzo beat first.
Yep,
I can believe that. I can see that.
But he said he rapped the same lyrics. Let me leave me alone. You know.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. I need a DJ out there who has the acapella and put that shit together. Let's see how it sounds. You know, because I still can't picture those lyrics on that beat.
Maybe not those lyrics, but I could definitely see Cam on that song though.
But that's what he said. Yeah. He said I re-recorded it, and that's what it was. The same lyrics for "Leave Me Alone."
Another one that came on. Me and my uncle were riding around the This is Dame. I'm Dame Dash off the Dream.
Yeah.
Yo, I wish I could rap. Yo, Cam, tell these niggas, man. In '87, dog, my main Dame was a cake copper. That shit is fire.
But
Jimmy come in.
He wanted to be in that limelight so fucking bad. That was his downfall.
Yeah.
Yo, Jimmy on that shit though.
Yeah, I think Jimmy bodied that shit. Yeah. Dame's downfall was you wanted to be in the limelight. You couldn't just sit in the back and enjoy this shit. And he's still salty over Jay. He had the nerve to say Kanye's a better artist than Jay. I'm like, shut up.
You're smoking crack.
I'm like, you still butthurt.
Why you like Angus Young from AC/DC, man? Like, what the fuck is up? Just with the fucking with the tie and the button-up shirt. And
nigga said Angus Young, my nigga.
Who?
Angus Young from AC/DC, the dude with the hat and the guitarist, man.
I'm a metalhead, so I'm
to the rig.
Yeah.
What about him?
No, I said Dame Dash look like Angus Young from AC/DC.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dame Dash is he's the most bitter. You got out hustled, man. You got out hustled. If you weren't busting into Def Jam meetings talking shit the way you did, maybe you would have still been around.
That's the stupidest shit I ever heard in my life. That and hip hop is trash.
I'm so tired of them. I'm so fucking tired of them for real.
Real niggas like us put it down, okay? That's what we do over here.
But then again, they're from a lot of them. They're from the South, so they're biased anyways.
What is DE8? What is that?
That and hip hop.
Yeah.
It's Cameron. It's MF Doom for cool kids. That makes no fucking sense.
That makes no sense. Yeah.
What does that make?
They wasn't in the building. Them niggas was not in the building, man.
I was watching that video of Dane busting in that Def Jam meeting. I was watching that yesterday, and I'm like, this is why they had to cut you off, man.
I gotta watch that.
You in the business world. I get it. You standing up for yourself. You in the bit. There's ways you're dealing with non-street motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Who are smart business wise, and they will fuck you over, and that's what they did, and that's why Dame is broke.
I don't know, Makai. I got Herb over all them niggas.
Yeah. Well, Dame never produced. If we're talking about producing, what are we talking? CEO status?
As less annoying, I got
Irv, less annoying. Had an artist who put out more than one good album. You know, take Puffy away from that. Puffy's.
When I was a teenager, though, I loved Dame. I used to love Dame Dash, to be honest with you. Talk that shit.
You know, yeah. I mean, at least Jay acknowledges it that this shit wouldn't be possible without Dame. You know, he gives them his credit.
Yeah.
He just will never make money. Look at what's Biggs. Biggs Burke is a quiet dude. That's why Jay brought him back into the circle. Hey, and some of y'all out there, hey, I get your favorite podcast is on. Y'all don't need to be sending me the video every time they go live 3 times a fucking day. Stop this shit, man.
Speak your clout, my nigga. Just speak your clout, motherfucker.
There's some dude always some other podcasts out there. I think Mike knows him. You know, I got nothing against the guy, but one of his little fanboys keeps this guy goes live like twice a fucking day and sends me the YouTube, and I'm like, stop, man. Like I'll watch it when I get a chance, but you don't need to blow up my fucking DMs with this shit. Shit's annoying.
Want to end this shit and talk about it backstage?
We can too, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have all regions of hip hop over here. We all do. Same. So there you go.
The reason, yeah, I love hip hop.
West, East, South, Midwest. I love all that shit.
All regions, all. I don't discriminate on color. Don't discriminate nothing. If you got dope shit, I'm gonna call it out.
That's it.
Yeah, man. Like, I'm not biased. I mean, I'm from the West Coast, but I mean, my top 2 rappers are from New York.
Tony and fucking Jay, right?
Jay, yeah. You know, like, so I'm the last one to say, you know, I'm biased, but some people say that Drillmatic's not that. Yeah, it is.
Shit fire.
You know, Mike's from the East Coast. He said it's fire. You know, It is. And before that, I was bigging up the Benny the Butcher, which I still think is an incredible fucking album.
Right.
What's your thoughts on that Benny and Freddie Gibbs shit, bro?
I don't really know much about it. Yeah, I know somebody got their chain took. Freddie got his chain took, correct?
Benny rocking that shit too.
Yeah, I saw that. And then he posted his girl. I guess Freddie Gibbs' girl was a porn star.
Yep.
Yeah, automatic L, bro. You get an automatic L for that.
Like, Jimmy done lumped you up before, nigga. Jimmy put hands on you. Freddie losing.
Freddie?
Yeah.
How did this start though? I don't.
Benny, they put an EP together, and Benny said it just came and went. It didn't work out. Freddie Gibbs got mad and said, I know shit that came and went too, nigga. And then he said, shout out to my Houston niggas, because Benny got shot in Houston. Right? Wow. And then, dog, they caught him in Buffalo. Right? They caught him in Buffalo.
Don't brag when somebody, if you didn't pull the trigger, don't brag, dog.
And then Benny got his chain and shit, and they're going back and forth.
I'm a Gibbs fan. I won't say I'm a big fan because he has some garbage out there.
Damn.
But, yeah. What was that? Y'all know what album I fucking hated?
Oh, come on.
Y'all know that album. I still hate that fucking album.
Oh, it's a classic.
No.
In my opinion.
I don't know. Man, they need to just release some diss tracks and let's see.
Yeah, I made a video about it and I said it.
You know, who was it that was going at it with Funk Flex? Was it Conway?
Oh, yeah.
And then he's cool with Funk Flex. Like, man,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like
I hate that shit. Talk your shit and run with it. Don't be homies the next day.
Exactly.
You know,
Benny would cook.
It pissed me off. Conway pissed me off with that. Like, I get why you don't get played, Conway. Conway's music is not commercial. I get it. But that's why I love it. That's why I love it, because you're not
But he low key wants to be though. Like
he wants it. He wants to be on the radio. He wants it.
He can make good records like that too. Listen, Chanel Pearls with Jill Scott is incredible.
You know, but that's like, who else? I mean, that I listen to like rappers like Doggy Style. From you're not commercial. They're not gonna play you on that, and that's fine. You know, just run with it. Don't get mad at the radio DJ because at the same time they got their sponsors. They got to keep happy too, man.
Speaking of, like, how's the hype with Doggy Style now, Vic? Over there,
it's gone down. It's gone down. Big
time. Really?
He fucked up. He had the chance to sign with Snoop to be the first artist on Death Row on the recreation of it, and he turned it down. And he's just, his music now is a little too repetitive now.
I'm fucking with Larry June and Jay Worthy. That's what I'm fucking with.
Larry June, Bay Area, he's doing his thing.
Spaceships and Blade is an amazing fucking album.
See, Jay Worthy, I'm not crazy about Jay Worthy. I don't know what it is. Jay Worthy, I don't know.
That's just fire.
He doesn't do anything for me.
Damn, it's like some smooth gangster shit.
I don't know. I don't know what it is, man. It's like,
and he's Griselda too.
Huh?
And he's Griselda too.
Jay Worthy?
Yeah, he's Griselda.
Yeah. Yep.
Jay Electronica might be Griselda too, nigga.
I saw that too, and I don't know how to feel about that because I think his whole deal with Rock Nation, he wasn't dropping shit. Jay had to come and throw himself on every fucking song to finally drop the damn album. That was Jay album. That wasn't.
West is a good curator. He can make niggas pop with albums, so he might do a good job.
I give Westside,
Yeah.
And I hope he does because I haven't heard a Jay Worthy one yet, and it's already been a year.
Yep. Yeah.
Since he's got with them.
The Rome Street's gonna be fucking fire.
The whole Griselda. This is what I'm scared. They're going in their own directions, all three of them.
Yep.
And that's what I didn't want to really happen because they're amazing together. But Benny's going his route, Conway's going his route, and Westside Gunn's just mainly art and clothes right now.
Well, we got Rome Streets dropping, and that's a dream come true. Romo Griselda made my fucking year last year, so
right.
That Kiss the Ring coming September, so I can't fucking wait.
But Rick, I definitely see what you're saying, Rick, because it's like they got their just due, but like you said, they going in the wrong direction. Like I kind of how I felt with Action Bronson. Like he got big too quick, to where like the shit that he's doing now is kind of like
yeah, but the music is still fire for Griselda.
Music's fire. What I think is gonna kill it for Benny the Butcher is him posting shit like he did about Freddie Gibbs. Like, dog, you got a Def Jam deal. He's on his way to be that commercial dude.
Yeah, they should know that nigga.
Jadakiss of the group.
He's on his. What was that?
I'm saying like Benny the Butcher, like like the like I'm saying like he's a Jadakiss of the group.
Yeah, I'm no.
Like how? What do you?
Jada's not my favorite.
Are you saying like popularity wise? I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's what.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I got nothing better than 10 Talk 3.
Out of all them three, I could see Benny being the one going commercial.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I can see Benny being that dude.
Bottom, like Jada is like the most commercial one, and that's why.
Right. But I think he's gonna fuck it up posting, porn pictures of this dude's girl because the labels don't want to deal with that shit these days. They don't want to deal with that shit.
But realistically, though,
you're gonna focus on Freddie Gibbs. Like Freddie Gibbs ain't up there no more. He's gone downhill.
But the thing is, though, these days everything is good publicity nowadays. Unfortunately, So yeah, it might look bad, but in the end, like nobody gives a fuck.
We'll see if Def Jam pushes him, though. He signed with Def Jam. Let's see what he does.
Think about it. Like all these whack ass dudes, like Kodak Black and Chief Keef, having fucking deals, all the antics they do, ain't no different.
Well, they got music for the clubs though, and that's.
No, but I'm just saying though. I'm just saying. Yeah, no, but I'm just saying like. If we want to go take it there,
and if Benny dissed Freddie on wax, it would decapitate that nigga fucking scalp.
He would. He he would murder him. And, this fool marrying a porn star, like, bro, you took the L the day you said I do.
And a bitch, a OnlyFans type of bitch. So when she's sucking dick, she gonna kiss that nigga.
What y'all want more, Nas and Primo or Jay and Ye album?
None.
Nas and Primo.
Yeah, because that song on the Primo EP is fucking crack.
I don't want Jay and Ye. I mean, I got Watch the Throne like right behind me. But Kanye ain't Kanye no more. Kanye's just whack.
He been in Kanye since then, honestly.
Kanye's lost it. He did dope on the Games album. I'll give him that.
I still rock with that Easy because I didn't overplay it like that.
It's fire. That Easy is fire.
The Illuminati bitch is flames.
That's one of Kanye's best verses in like the last decade.
It is
dope. Benny just needs to drop a diss track. Yeah. Just drop a diss track, move on. And Tana Talk 4 was so good. I know he got something better coming out, man.
That Billy Joe.
Yes.
The first of the month.
I love that.
Derringer is a fucking animal.
Mr. Chow Hall. That's my shit.
Chow Hall?
Yeah.
They blocked out the Shady. What is it, the Shady deal?
Yeah.
Like, oh, fuck, they had to edit that shit out. He's talking that shit about it.
Man, Game should have got Griselda on that track to diss Eminem.
I had to make that God don't make mistakes on
Should have been fire.
Oh, that would have been fire, yeah. I had to make God don't make mistakes on Kanaki as well. It actually came out good. That Lock Low to Beanie Siegel, ridiculous.
Shady Records is just garbage.
I agree. Hit Boy, I love Hit Boy. Hit Boy's dope as fuck. He gets mad hate for no fucking reason.
Hit Boy's dope, man.
He resurrected Nas. He fucking gave Benny a fantastic album that sounds like a Rockefeller album. Come on. My opinion.
He executive produced Drillmatic.
Yep.
It goes to him, but hey, y'all, I'm gonna have to cut it loose.
Can you stay backstage for like a minute or something?
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Shout out to the chat. Love y'all niggas, man. See y'all Saturday. I might go live during the week. Who knows? So, peace, y'all.
Peace.
Peter, my nigga Hector. Shout out to Josh for sharing this shit, bro.
Yes, sir.